Hello, 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 my friends. It is a Monday, Monday's mindset. Feeling a little overwhelmed? Feeling a little overwhelmed today? Have you been feeling a little overwhelmed? It's the last month in the first quarter. Have you been feeling a little overwhelmed? We're going to talk about that today because there's a way how to relieve yourself of the overwhelm. There's a way how you can really put that under control. So, if you're going to be watching me live today, let me know where you're watching from. And if you're going to be watching the replay, let me know where you're watching from because overwhelm can just sneak in, right? Overwhelm can sneak in and knock out your motivation, knock out you just make give you that low energy, just brings on that confused mind. And the mindset we're talking about today is Monday's mindset. So I want to approach it from that standpoint, my friends. You know how sometimes we feel like, man, I just can't do it. You know, we feel like, man, it's kind of hard. It's getting hard. I thought it was a little easier. Hmm? You become overwhelmed with the stuff you have to do. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about how to kind of scale it back and get this overwhelm under control. So, if we have not met before, my name is Yvette Garel, and I'm live in this community Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays, we primarily talk about mindset. I'm here to educate, inform, inspire, but I'm here to help. And what do? I help you guys to take your business online. Anyone, home based business owners, MLMs, direct sales personnels, network marketers to take their business online and leverage the power of social media. But it can be a little overwhelming sometimes. So I'm also here to help you to reset the mindset, huh? To get some things under control because it is controllable. But if you don't do the things that you need to do, then it can become overwhelming. Or you can look at it from that standpoint. Got to be ready for this because overwhelm does creep in. All right. So, how many of you have been feeling a little overwhelmed in these last couple of days? Or now it's at the end of the first quarter. I have made all the money I need to make. I haven't grown my team. How many people I had set my goals and I'm not meeting them, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, it's not good. It's like, oh my goodness, it's really hard. How many of you have been like going through that and been like cringing and been like, man, it was like this, and I know it could have been like that, and now here I am, kind of just like in limbo. All right, we're going to talk about that today because it's real, my friends. So let's face it, all of us go through that sometimes, but how you deal with it, then that's what's going to make the difference. So I'm here today to share a few tips how we can deal with that. All right. Okay. I hope that is going to help you guys out today because I know been there, done that, been down that road. When I started my when I got into network marketing and started my journey, and folks been telling you like what to do next and how to do this, and really you didn't know anything. Well, for me, I didn't know anything about this network marketing, but I love the concept, love the idea. I wanted to experience it so bad. But then when they did, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to plug in, you're gonna have to make that list, call everybody, call your friends, call your family, everybody. You go to the job, you're telling everybody about your business, you're putting your stuff on your social media, you're just doing everything that you've been told to do. After a while it becomes like, man, I'm doing all the things. I'm doing all the things, but I'm not enrolling anybody, right? I'm not enrolling anybody. I mean, some people, they see you coming, they be like, oh, here she comes again. They want to talk to you. So you can get that feeling of, man, that's like more than overwhelmed. That's like feeling of like more rejection. Yeah. And then you just be like, it's not gonna work. I can't do this. You're ready to throw in the towel. So let me give you a couple of little motivational tips today, how you can relieve yourself of that and to kind of lessen the overwhelm and like face out some of the rejection. All right, let's go, guys. So today I want you to think about your business, think about what you have actually started. Okay, no matter what stage of the game you're at, think about what you have actually been doing. I'm sure that you're farther along from when you started. So it's either that you know a thing or two now, you grab some skills, you listen to calls and watch presentation. So you're much farther along than when you started. So I want to give yourself a hand for that. Put yourself on your shoulder because you have survived up until this point. You have kept to your word. You're starting your business. You're gonna work this business, but every now and again you be like, all right, all of this to be done and all of that to be done. And I'm just like, oh, right? Overwhelmed. So think about your scenario because all of us are different. All of us are different. So when I think about yours, okay? That thing that thing that you committed yourself to, that business, that opportunity, that those products, you say, I'm going to sell these off. I have so many and I'm going to knock them out of the park. And they're still around. You're still looking at them and they're not going anywhere. All right. So first thing I want you to do, or I would love you to do, I'm encouraging you to do, I'm suggesting, all right, you don't have to, but I'm suggesting, I'm going to use the right words. I'm suggesting, I'm encouraging you. I would implore you. I'm telling you what worked for me. So I'm just sharing it with you. So, one thing I would love for you to do is to pause. First of all, you got to pause. Take a look at what you got going on. Okay. Take a look at what you got going on. I don't know. Everybody's in a different business. Stop and take a look at what's going on. Then I want you to regain your focus. So one, you're gonna really just stop. Because I don't know about you, if you're driving down the road and you feel like you're lost, if you feel like you're lost and things just not, you'll be like, man, I'm not supposed to pass that. I don't think. Stop. Just stop right there. Maybe you need to reset the navigation. Maybe you need to maybe ask somebody a question. But you first of all, you got to stop, right? And check into, okay, well, I'm supposed to do A, I'm supposed to do B, but I'm doing all of them. And something ain't right. Yes, so stop. Then take a look. All right, so go back into your business opportunity, whether it's whatever it is, the structure, the form, whatever you're doing. Just look back at what you have been doing. Maybe you're doing a little bit too much. Maybe you're not doing too enough. Maybe you're going in a wrong direction. Maybe you're doing too much in this direction. So you have to take a look. So you're going to stop, take a look. Okay. Now, once you have taken a look, then I'm sure you're going to see some things. Is either some things that you're not doing, some things that you're doing too much of, some things that you like don't know what to do, some things that, but you're going to see. It's going to show you. And a good thing to do is to grab an accountability partner, be like, hey, you want to help me out here? Sorry, you want to help me out here? Just, I'm doing this thing, but I'm not getting anywhere, right? And I'm just like, I'm just over myself, just too much. It's killing me. Okay. So once you've done that, then I'm sure now, once you get some clarity, because then you'd have made a decision like, okay, well, I'm supposed to do 5 things. I'm only doing 3, or I'm doing 5. I'm supposed to do 5. I'm end up doing 6 and 7, or I'm supposed to do 5, but I have to go down in little details, and you'll see for yourself the things you're not doing, the things you're doing too much of, the things you really just neglect because maybe that's kind of hard over there. Because your business has a structure, right? Your business has a structure, and or a flow or step by step, whatever you call it in your business. And you might not have been doing the step by step process. You might just sometimes trying to do everything once, everything together, because a lot of times one step builds on the other step. See, I remember myself because you have 5 things to do. I'm like, man, I can knock it off, boom, boom, boom. But not realizing that one step builds on the other. And so you got to give yourself some grace. Go back it up. Look at all these, things in your particular business that you need, you have to do. Maybe it's like, okay, you have says you have products. You have your products. And first of all, you got to know who you're selling your products to. Where's your market share? Who are you going to introduce it to? How are you going to market it? Which platforms you're going to use? Do you have a website? What's going on? Do you have an email listing? So your planning part of it, the planning part of it has been missing. And now you become overwhelmed because you didn't do the planning in order to market this particular product. See where I'm going? So that can bring an overwhelm on you, and it could be an opportunity. You're trying to enroll team members, and trying to get people to take a look at your business. There is a process. That's why the first you have to, when you get in that feeling, be like, man, it's not going right, and I'm just getting like agitated. Stop. Check it out. Go back, check into, go back. What am I not doing? What am I not doing? What am I supposed to be doing here? This is a structure, this is a process. Where am I? Check it out. Maybe you jumped over 2. Maybe you didn't do 1, the first one. Maybe you be like, I got that. So you went up to 6 and missed everything else. So you got to stop, check it out. Number 3, yeah, because I'm sure once you check it out, you're going to identify what you've been like really falling short on or over estimated or something. You're gonna see the gaps. And if you can't, then you need to get some help to help you identify. Find your upline, your accountability partner, your husband, your wife, your child, somebody that understands the business and be like, hey, help me to take a look here. Where am I going wrong? Because I'm feeling this kind of little feeling. Huh? Okay, so, but I'm telling you, it comes down to the planning. All comes down to the planning, my friends. What in the world, when you started out, you were given a process, or you were, excuse me, you had a structure. Huh? You had a structure. There's some things that you were supposed to do. Did you do them? Did you actually do them? I don't know. If you're like me, I remember I didn't do everything that I was supposed to do. Yeah, I skipped over some and I had to go back. I had to go back and get them because there's a step by step. Things build onto the other. So, yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, well, sorry. That was my bad. I had to go back. So it took me some more time to go back. And then I was so once I found out that, okay, well, I need to follow this process, or I need to make sure that I understand step 1 before I move to step 2, then I won't get this overwhelmed. Some things are so simple, my friends, but we make it so hard because of how we go about doing it. So once you stop and you get clarity, then you want to focus. Once you have identified something, or you want to focus now in like looking and see, let me check into this. So then you get some help, or if you can find it for yourself, or if you can put it against the system that you already had to match it up with, then you'll see where the gaps are, where the flaws are. Okay, so now you're going to be like, oops, I got it. I'm zoning in now. Got my little focusing. Got to do some planning. But before you begin to plan, you're going to do one thing. Take one piece. So you might see like 6 different things that you really need to correct, or you really need to, 6 different gaps, or, just 6 different areas that, man, I find them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you to take one piece. Yes, it's going to be a little while. Take one piece. Yes. Once you take that one piece and you get that one piece right, we talk about thin slicing stuff. We have a whole bunch of stuff to do. We take it all one by one. We talk about eating the elephant piece by piece. We talk about, eating the frog piece by piece, right? Even if you have a whole frog, they talk about when you do the most difficult task first, that's for the frog. Well, you might choose your most difficult task in this process first. Maybe, oh, this is a hard part. Let me get some help here. Let me not this part. So when I got that. But what I want you to do is to choose one piece, one part, because once you grab that one part, you're going to get clarity, get understanding, and you got that down. Next, take the other one off. So you thin slice it, you section it out, or you categorize it, or you compartmentalize it, whatever word you want to use. Section, put it in a different row by row, and you work on one piece first. So say, for example, in your business, huh? You're enrolling team members. Say you have an opportunity and you want to grow your team. Okay, so what is the first step in the process of you talking to people? Huh? Maybe the first step is to, on social media, you have put out a story, and your story has attracted 10 folks, 15 folks. The first thing you want to do is to see who those 15 folks are. Maybe some of them are in your business opportunity already. Some might not be in your business, but then you want to communicate with the ones you want to communicate with, right? Check them out. Hey, I saw you commented on my post. Thanks for liking it. Just want to know, you're just curious as to why, and start a conversation. Once you start a conversation, then the person might respond, person might not respond, but you have started a conversation. Now, if the person responds, or if the person doesn't, you're going to follow up, right? Now you're going to check the person out, where, how is your day? How is the family? I notice you go on the person's website, you notice they have dogs, or they love cats, horses, whatever. You make some comments, you're going to give them some love, you're going to comment on their post, talk with them, have a conversation. Maybe they commented on your stuff because they want to do what you're doing, huh? So you might have, you find a way to, so you have the conversation over a couple of days or a couple of weeks, maybe months, before you even ask the person to take a look at your opportunity, if that is your process. Or you put them in a group. They have groups. Some opportunities have groups that you put them in there so they can see what's going on and hear from other persons. So you put them in that group while you communicate, and you follow up with them. And if they see what they like, maybe testimonies and something, and then, they maybe move to another group up the funnel. We talk about the funnel, or they move for another group down the funnel, and there now you can pop the question. Then, you might ask them if they're open to take a look at what you're doing. Huh? And then before, they don't know what company you belong to. So you follow the process one step at a time, my friends. That's how you're going to get the overwhelm under control. Try to do it all at one point in time. If you don't have clarity and you just not be in a position to manage those things, you take it one piece at a time. Learn how to eat that elephant one piece at a time. So you got to choose one area. Okay? So then you're going to take action. What your action steps are, and everything that you're going to do, write it down. So write it down. So one, you're going to stop. Write down what you found out. Two, you're going to figure out, okay, so I found out all of this. Three, I'm going to get focused now. I'm going to choose one piece and I'm going to write it down. I'm going to proceed, my steps, whatever, line it up with your company's or your, with your procedure, policy, manual, line it up with that. Then once you line it up and you start, and you have made the plans of how you're going to proceed, then you start to take action. One piece. Start to take action. What your action steps are. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Write it down. You know why I'm telling you to write it down? Because you're going to need it again. You're going to need the same procedure for the next step that you're going to pull out. So once you have it all laid out, the next one will be a little easier. You're going to be like, oh, this is what I did the first time. And once you get down to that, then you're going to, so you're going to take your action steps. And once you've started taking the action steps, you start moving towards your results that you desire. So whether it's to build your numbers, your teams, or sell your products, whatever it is, you have got to set it up. Once you start doing that, and it becomes easier and easier as the days go by, becomes easier and easier as you move along. Same process is going to go for all of them. It's going to be a different subject or different item, but the process. See, that's when we become overwhelmed because of the process. We sometimes deviate from the norm. We shift, we change, we do not follow the process, and we want to jump ahead, or we want to just do more than what we have been asked to do, or and then we become overwhelmed. So how are we going to manage this overwhelm? We're going to thin slice. We're going to plan. We're going to take action. We're going to thin slice. Choose one area. You're going to take act. You're going to plan out the subject matter area. Plan it out from everything. Write it down. Then once you start taking the action, you start to do your little check mark. Oh, done. I'm supposed to post. Done. Yep. Follow up on my post. Check. Okay, how many people? 15. Now I'm gonna do 5 per day. Check. I'm gonna check upon their stories, or I'm gonna check on their page. Check. I'm gonna have a conversation in Messenger. Check. Okay, I'm gonna give them a call. Check. Whatever it is, right? I'm gonna add them to my Facebook group where we talk about this thing all the time, so they can see what other people are saying. Check. Your processes, my friends. That's what's gonna make the difference. One piece at a time. Once you have done that and you keep doing the same thing over and over again, sooner or later, it's becomes so much easier. You'll be like running through the tape like this. Then now you can do 5 per day. Hey, you increase maybe 1, 2, then 2, 3, and you increase and you build upon. Huh? Yes. Building a house, brick by brick by brick. You lay upon. And so that is how that is how I have been doing my thing to prevent overwhelm. Yes, I scale it back. I stop. Maybe I'm doing too many things one time. I pull out my priorities. Which ones are my money makers? Which ones are going to help me out? Whatever it is, what's your objective? And I said, okay, now I'm going to be focused on this one particular thing. I'm going to get it right to the end. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab the rest and I'm going to bring them all over. Sooner or later, I have everybody over here and I'm working it everybody every time. Okay, so I hope that has been helpful today, because I've heard it so many times and I sometimes feel it for myself. However, when I get to that point, I pull back. And I reevaluate, I reassess, what have I been doing? And then I'll be like, okay, well, I need to prioritize here. I need to pull some things out. Then I need to focus on this particular one and get it all the way through to the end. Then I'm going to come back and grab the rest. You don't have to be overwhelmed, my friends. You don't have to be overwhelmed. Set your goals, your objectives, set your activity, put them on the little roadmap here, whatever it is. And you grab them one time. Once you have mastered, whether it's a skill, hey, I don't know how to present my offer. Okay. What are you presenting? What are the benefits? What's the purpose? Or why do I? So you sit down and you write that out. You write out your little presentation, whatever it is, and you learn that. What's the first step? The first step is that, I need to present this thing. I need to present this particular thing to my market share. All right, what am I going to do about this? So I sit down and I write it out. Well, I want to tell them about the benefits. I want to tell them about the purpose. I want to tell them the reason why they need to buy this particular. I want them to know certain things. Write it down. And so when you're ready to tell people about your this particular thing, oh, where you start in one, two, three, and you got a little profile, you got a little framework, and you just go for it. And so anytime you're going to be able to tell somebody about another product, you already have your framework. Oh, I need to talk about this first. I need to talk about that next. These are all the things I want them to know about the product line or about my opportunity. Step by step, you've got to begin to set up frameworks. If your company has it, fine. So sometimes you got to slice it down from what you get from your company, or maybe just get some your somebody in your organization, or and if you are a solopreneur, then you sit down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take A first, then I'm gonna go to B, and you break it down for yourself, whatever it is. But to prevent the overwhelm, you must thin slice. You've got to plan, right? Got to plan. You've got to plan before you can take the action. You have to have some structure, some planning, right? So one, you're gonna stop. Two, you're gonna get real focused and look at what you need to look at, assess, evaluate. Once you do that, you're gonna choose one thing, and then that's your priority thing. That thing, gotta get that thing done. That's the most important thing on the list. And then you set it up, so you organize the process, and then you execute, and then you take them one at a time. All right, I hope that was helpful today. Remember to follow me at Yvette Garrell online, and remember to visit my website, YvetteGarrell.com, and grab your free 10-day training. And if you haven't had that before, then you have an opportunity now to get an ebook. Grab an ebook. I'll post the links and as soon as this video is posted, you'll have the opportunity to grab an ebook for a very, very low cost. It's a special that we are doing. And so go ahead and you'll be able to grab some of those skills and learn some things that I've been learning here. But I wish you well in your business opportunity. And don't forget, I have a free group that I operate here on Facebook, Winners Project 101 online, that I go into on a weekly basis and offer assistance to the persons that are there, maybe more one-on-one. So if you want to work a little closer, share this video with your friend. How to scale back on overwhelm. How do you do that? Because this is a busy life and social media is busy. So you've got to manage you. And how you manage you? That's how you manage you get your task and you manage them, but you have to learn how to let these things work for you. You got to master your task. You got to be the master. You got to be the person in charge. Can't let the day run you. No, you got to run the day. All right. Okay, I'll see you on Wednesday when we talk about something social media strategy, lead generation, or branding, or something. All right, I'll see you then. I hope that you will continue now to move forward in your business, continue to, set those goals, set those objectives, and just keep going. Just don't stop. All right, I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Bye.